car at my job. What's going on, guys? It's Alexa back with another video, and today you can tell by the title, you can see what we're going to be talking about. Should you daily drive a Camaro SS? That's up for you to decide. So I figured now would be a good time for me to make this video. I'm on some errands. It's actually 5 o'clock on the dot, so I'll get a good kind of feel about what it's like being in 5 o'clock traffic, because you know, you daily drive this car, this is a very real possibility that you will be in some traffic. So are you willing to sit through it? I think I can make this truck. Well, that's one of the pros. So anyways, that's one of the pros of daily driving a Camaro SS, because you have the freedom and the power to put it down when you need it. There was a truck coming, I had a good bit of distance, but I cannot stand when people pull out in front of you and then go nowhere. It's like, no. If you're gonna pull out in front of me, I need you to use that accelerator. With a Camaro, you have all the acceleration you need. SS particularly, because this car, I have the 2010 5th gen model, so baseline comes with 400 horsepower at the crank. You get the manual, I think you get about 426. This is an automatic. I prefer my daily driver to be an automatic. I personally have not perfected the skill of manual driving yet, but I will very soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I'll be sure to post an exciting video whenever I start to learn. Should be interesting, but yeah, that really depends, because if this was a manual, I don't know how much I would enjoy doing this every single day. Now, clearly, there are people out there that would love to daily drive a manual, and it would be no issue whatsoever in any form or fashion. And that's fine. That's really up to you. So that's one of the things you have to consider, is that since this is a sports car and it has a lot of power, it has a lot of torque, this is something that you kind of have to get adjusted to if you're going to be driving this every day. Now, a lot of people tend to see Camaros as weekend cars. Yeah, it is. Same thing with Mustangs or Challengers or Chargers or whatever. But people like these cars so much that they decide that they would like to daily drive them, which is what I have done. I've been wanting a muscle car for a very long time because they sound great. They're fun to have. I'm talking, you know, muscle cars in general, not just Camaros, but I really wanted one for a long time, so I finally got it. And I can't stay away from it. So it turned into a daily driver. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna drive it maybe like 3 days out the week. I really cannot stay out of this car. So it just puts a huge smile on my face. And when people calculate how long people spend in a car throughout their entire life, going to and from work, you know, going on errands and stuff like that, they spend so much time, accumulated years of their lifetime inside of a vehicle. So I figure if you're going to spend all of that time behind the wheel, you might as well enjoy it. You should have a smile on your face, and you should be able to look back at your car when you get out of it and say, wow, that's really mine, or I made a good choice. I really hope that we all can be able to have that luxury and be able to say that one day, is that, wow, this is really mine. If you're a car enthusiast, you guys know what I'm talking about. So like I said, it's worth the everyday smile that this car will put on your face. You drive it accordingly, of course. So so there's that. So you have the power, you have the fun and the excitement, you have the sound if you're into exhaust like I am. I love my exhaust. I ended up going with a Borla Attack axleback exhaust, and I have a X-pipe in the middle and deleted my resonator. So that's one of the reasons. It's like I can just be sitting at a light and I'll just hear it rumbling, and I'm just like, wow. It just, to me, it just means business, you know. And when you're out driving, depending on, you know, the person, you tend to get a lot of compliments. I'll be driving somewhere, I'll get a thumbs up, or I'll get a compliment at a gas station. Oh, I really like your car, you know, stuff like that. So it's really nice when people acknowledge what you have and are nice enough to take their time to come and compliment you, because I would do the same if I saw somebody else's nice car, whether it be Lexus or like a McLaren or a Mustang, you know, whatever. If I like it, I'm gonna tell you, because I know how it makes me feel. So I would do the same for someone else that had a nice vehicle. These seats are really comfortable. Like, I was kind of worried that, you know, due to the stigma of the two-door muscle car, they're not going to put much emphasis on seats and comfort and all the other stuff. These seats are really nice. Suspension is a little rough, but it's definitely doable. Like, I'll notice it if I go over, you know, a bumpy road. Yeah, it's going to be rougher compared to a truck, but, you know, I expect that. So that's something else that you have to get adjusted to. But as far as the seats, like, they're taking more and more care of their seats in the newer models that they're making with the muscle cars. So I'm glad that they're doing that, because a lot of people are like, well, look, if I want to go fast and I want to have fun, I would like to be comfortable too. I don't want to have to sacrifice my comfort for this fun. I'm glad they're starting to make seats more comfortable. Interior design, they're starting to get better and better and everything. So that's always good. Like, I love this interior. You know, it's crazy to think this car is 8 years old. I'll have friends that get in the car and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. What year is it? And I tell them 2010. They're like, nuh-uh, I thought this was new. And I was like, it's not. I mean, I'm just the type of person that likes to keep my car pretty clean. But either way, the interior design, I was really impressed with. So I get compliments all the time. So going into some of the cons about daily driving this is that because of all of the power, it makes you more of an impatient driver, because you know you could be going faster, and when you're stuck behind slow people or you can't get around them, it kind of brings your rage meter up a little bit. So I've been an impatient driver no matter what car I've been driving, but this definitely didn't help. So it did kind of make my patience a little bit worse. But overall, I'm not too bad, I don't think. I hope not. So that's the thing. You're probably going to lose some patience while you're driving this car, because you know you could be flying past traffic, but you got to slow down. Number two, a con, it makes you more of a target for police, because clearly this is a fast car. They know what people like to do with cars like this, so they're probably going to look at you and be like, I'm pretty sure you were speeding compared to this Honda Civic over here, or something like that, you know. So just be mindful that you are going to be more of a profile target because of this vehicle. Thankfully, I have avoided all police interactions inside of this car, and I hope to keep it that way. I have a clean record, so. But you know, I don't go crazy typically, not yet. But if I do, it'll be in a nice, safe straightaway. So I like to play around with stuff like that, because as much fun as this car is, you are putting your life at risk. Be mindful that people, my mom tells me all the time, she was like, I know you're fast, but people don't always see you coming. So if I'm barreling through a straightaway and someone pulls out in front of me because they didn't see me like 500 feet ago, and they pull out in front of me, then I have to react. And, you know, that could cause an issue. So yeah, you definitely have to be more mindful of other drivers when you have a car like this. So just keep that in mind. Another con, which I'm sure you guys probably guessed, is the gas. This thing eats gas like nobody's business. I'm definitely at the gas station once a week. And, you know, like I said, it was something I knew, or something I expected when I bought the car. I knew for a fact that I was going to be eating up more gas. And this takes 93 octane. So just be mindful that these high-end sports cars will probably take more expensive gas. So please make sure you have a budget for that, not just a budget for the car itself. Another negative is because this is a fast rear-wheel drive car, it is not that safe in the rain. Of course, I've driven it in rain plenty of times, but you do have to calm down on the accelerator when it's wet outside. If your wheels are just a little bit wet at all, there's been plenty of times where I'll come out of a car wash, my wheels are wet, and I instantly start fishtailing from just barely coming out of the car wash exit, just barely. So please be careful of that. These wheels do not take rain very lightly, because when it puts the power down, it wants to go. Another con is the space. If this is a daily driver for you and you have a lot of friends that you like to tote around, or you have a family or something like that, you do have to consider the amount of space that's in here. Now, of course, the front 2 seats are fine, but the back seats are almost non-existent. You'll be lucky to get a small child back there, so that's the one thing. If you like to carry around a lot of people, or that could turn into a pro, actually, because if you got a car like this, you're like, oh, sorry guys, I'd love to give you a ride, but I don't have room in my car, so save you some gas. I don't know, but yeah, there's not much space in this vehicle. So Camaros have been known for their terrible visibility. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're wrong. Yes, I have gotten used to it, but I have driven other cars in the past where I can see so much more. I've test driven a 2018 Ford Mustang. If you haven't seen that video yet, please check that out. And I've also driven a Challenger TA. Check that video out too. And of course, both of them I can see very easily out of, so it's not a struggle whatsoever. But the Camaro, you do have to get used to the limited front windshield visibility and some of the blind spots on the side, because this is a very low, compact, mean looking car, so they kind of sacrifice on the visibility a little bit. So yeah, there's always that. But overall, it really depends on your lifestyle, your budget, and what you're willing to, you know, deal with on a daily basis. I knew for a fact that I would have no problem at all daily driving a car like this, because I don't have any kids. I don't tote around a bunch of people. But I do like to give people rides in my car if they want to, and their reactions are pretty good. So it was a good choice for me. It was a good investment. Like I said, I love it every single day. I have so much fun. So really, it just depends on what you're willing to put up with. So just keep in mind all of the things that I mentioned. I'm sure there are some pros and cons that I might have forgotten. So if there's something that, you know, any other Camaro SS owners think that I might have left out, feel free to leave it in the comments. Like I said, I don't claim to know everything, but these are just my personal opinions on whether you should or should not daily drive a car like this. It really just depends on your lifestyle. So I'm enjoying it. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I am at the mercy of dealerships' schedules. I'm kind of waiting to get a few callbacks from some of the salesmen that I've worked with in the past. They're all really busy this week because it's Memorial Day week, I would say. So I guess all the car dealerships are really swamped. So I'm kind of waiting on that. And of course, dealing with the rain that's been going on literally all month. When I say, like, we had the wettest May on record for my city. The wettest May on record. They've been keeping records for over 100 years. It's ridiculous. So it makes for making car reviews really challenging. So I'm trying to work around that, so just bear with me. But in the meantime, I really hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out, whether it's a car review or not. But I'm still having fun doing this. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoy my content in general, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I post twice a week, so if you want to be notified when I post a video, hit that little notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button, and you'll be notified as soon as I upload. And if you enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to hit it with a like. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you join the family and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video coming out very soon. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care.